The fund, I think, most importantly, has focused on providing employees with the skills that they need to be successful and to provide themselves and their families with dignity. It also has a second customer, which is the employer. So the dual customer in this approach is quite important, and we think very transformational. We're particularly proud of the fact that we've got 9 national funders, over 200 local collaboratives. We think that the work that they're doing, in these 25 sites across 18 states, that's just extraordinary. And the hard work that's being done at the local level is really at the heart of what we feel that we've accomplished. The crux is to try to provide a learning environment to really allow our local sites to inform national debate, to move policy, to change the way that our resources, that our government spends its money on these programs. I think we're leading the way on this notion of dual customer. I think that we're providing for the first time a very important documentation and research around the impact of this dual customer. I think the opportunity really is to have a systemic change in our systems, and so how we take the lessons that we've learned and move them into these larger systems, both at the state, federal, and local level, I think are so critical to our success. And as the recession starts to end, we're really going to start being able to place more and more workers. When that happens, the fund is already going to have been there and working hard to accomplish it, so we'll be ready. The greatest challenges that we face clearly is fidelity to the model. I think that is an enormous challenge. We have a national fund that wants to have uniform principles that we want to spread, obviously, across the country. At the same time, Miami is different than Detroit, and Philadelphia is different than Washington, D.C. We want to honor the commitment that the local communities have made to meeting the needs within their communities. At the same time, we need a model that we can lift up and to share with policymakers. If there isn't some cohesive threads, then it's very difficult for us to make the kind of systemic change that I talked about earlier. Sustainability is obviously, I think, the next really big challenge. We need to make sure that we have the ability to sustain these programs over the long time. What we are really working very hard at the fund is to figure out working in collaboration with the locals, and that's why they're at the center of everything we do, is to really figure out how to bring new players into this field, into the collaboratives, and so that we can sustain these over a long period of time. And we of course hope, our long-term vision is really to be the model that the federal government and the state government and local governments use as a way to deliver workforce and training in this country. On a personal level, I just am very passionate about this idea that this country has to train our workers and lift them up and give them the opportunity. Just so passionate about this idea of the impact on the individual, and I don't think we can ever miss that. So as long as I'm chair, and I'm very fortunate to be, I think I'm going to be focusing on that individual. And I think we have to also, to be successful, focus on the employer, because the employer is the one who ultimately hires it. So